The Algerian War of Independence, which lasted from 1954 to 1962, was a brutal conflict between the Algerian National Liberation Front and the French colonial power. The war was fought against a backdrop of international turbulence during the Cold War, with both the United States and the Soviet Union having interests in the region. Algeria was one of France's oldest and most important colonies. Under French rule, Algerians were subjected to economic exploitation and political exclusion, with no avenue for self-determination. As a result, the desire for greater autonomy and self-rule grew among the Algerian people, leading to widespread protests, strikes, and uprisings. In response to the growing independence movement, France increased its military presence in Algeria. French forces used brutal tactics, including imprisonment, torture, and repression, to maintain control over the colony. However, the independence movement continued to gain momentum, and in November 1954, the National Liberation Front launched a series of attacks against French targets, marking the beginning of the war. Ahmed Ben Bella, the leader of the National Liberation Front, emerged as a central figure in the struggle for independence. His movement used guerrilla tactics such as bombings and assassinations to weaken French rule. Meanwhile, France declared a state of emergency and sent additional troops to Algeria, intensifying the conflict. The war sparked significant protests and debates within France itself, with many opposition groups condemning the brutal tactics used by French forces. These protests ultimately contributed to the end of French colonialism, not just in Algeria, but also across Africa. The Algerian War of Independence came to an end in March 1962 with the signing of the Evian Accords. Algeria officially gained independence on July 3, 1962. Marking the end of more than a century of French colonial rule. The conflict had a lasting impact on both Algeria and France, shaping the cultural, political, and social landscapes of the nations for many years to come. The Algerian War of Independence remains a vital chapter in the history of the struggle against colonialism and for self-determination worldwide. It represented the triumph of the Algerian people over a colonial power and contributed to a larger worldwide movement towards greater autonomy, freedom, and justice for all people. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating history videos.